Okay, everyone, and welcome back.
I let out a long breath. I hadn't noticed I was holding. I felt awful. Even worse, I felt Anna had been right. There had definitely been something familiar about her. But I didn't want to find out more. Next time she comes in, I will treat her the same way, I told myself. Guessing correctly, there'd be a next time. Guessing wrongly, that it'd be at the store. I'll do it again and again till she gives up. I don't know what she wants, but I won't give an inch. Via. The old lady cried out. She'd found a quarter. August 11th. It's weird, isn't it? How I just write today's day like that, and then go right to telling about something that happened months ago. I should write down when that stuff happened, but it was too long ago. I can't think it was so long ago, I don't think I can remember the exact dates. Ah, who cares? This is only for me anyway. It can be a jumbled mess. Sometimes I feel like I should write more about what's happening now. But nothing's happening. So fuck it. When I told Grace about the girl who called herself Anna, and who called me Jack, even though we didn't wear name tags, she took it like it was good news.
That's amazing, Jack. She must have recognized you from childhood. She said 15 years, didn't she? That's right from the time you can't remember.
I don't know. She might be some sort of scam artist. I just come up with that idea of Anna being a scam artist. It seemed a good enough excuse not to go near her again.
Yeah, right. Come on, Jack. At least give her the benefit of a doubt.
I don't need her, Grace. I've got you.
Jack, I'm not telling you to sleep with her. Don't be so rude to her next time, okay?
I wasn't being rude.
You so were.
Okay, so what if I was?
It's not fair to her. She seems like a nice girl. And don't you think it'd be good for you too?
To be friends with her? No, not really.
She could tell you about your past. Then maybe some things would start making sense. You could put whatever happened behind you.
But nothing happened.
Something must have happened, Jack. People don't.
Grace fell silent. Instead of continuing, she started running her fork through the peas on her plate. We were having dinner. People don't what?
Well, people don't do that at night unless something happened to them.
Oh, night terrors. I keep telling you, it must be some weird kind of insomnia. Nothing more.
Sleeping pills don't work on it.
Something will. Eventually.
But why not try this? The memories you have, it's like they want out. I think they should get out, too. Then you won't be scared of whatever happened anymore.
And how does that work exactly?
You'll be able to face it properly. It's helped, it's helped me a lot, thinking about what happened to me. Seeing it's not so bad as I thought it was.
I stubbornly refused to answer and went on eating like there hadn't been a conversation at all. When what Grace referred to was something I'd only recently found out. Apparently, I shouted and kicked at night a lot.
Yep, night terrors confirmed.
Sometimes I all out screamed. Anna killed his family because they were going to move? Maybe. Actually, yeah, that would make sense. My baby knows her yanderes. Maybe I still do all that. Who knows? Maybe the staff and patients here are too polite to point it out. No, I don't scream at night anymore. Fairly sure I don't. Though that's not to say I can sleep all that well. Funny how at one point something like that was the biggest problem in my life. So long ago. Or at least it feels like so long ago. So much has happened since then. Anyway, morning after, I wake up all sweaty and tired, but it wasn't until Grace told me about the screaming I found out why. Grace said it happened about once a week. Yanderes don't exist here, we just have old ladies. Grace is the real yandere and she's using Anna to... Ooh. I like this. Yeah, y'all keep doing you. Like, my viewers are so smart. I love you guys. Y'all are awesome. I really freaked her out the first few times it happened, but she got used to it. Or as used as you can get. Makes me feel like an asshole realizing how nonchalant I was about it. Screaming every few nights in my sleep felt a small price to pay, so I wouldn't have to bother with the past. But it didn't matter, in the end, if I decided to face the past or not. Good question, Via. Either way, it was coming. I love you guys, like, so many of you that I've never written with before that I would love to write with, because, like, your brains just do some of the most amazing things. Like, you guys are awesome. Second time, Anna and I met as adults. We were neighbors. I was coming back home from a morning shift at the store. I went into our building up to the second floor, down the hall to mine and Grace's door, and I froze. There was someone standing in front of our door. That someone was her. Anna.
Jack? Oh, goodness, what are you doing here? Don't tell me you...
She pointed at the door as if to ask if I lived there. Yeah, that's my apartment. As you damn well know. Hallway air felt warm and stale, soup-like. What are you doing here?
Oh, I was going to say hello to my new neighbor. So, hello.
Wait. Huh? Mm. That's an interesting discussion you guys are having there.
And here.
She pushed something into my hands. It was a plate wrapped in plastic wrap. There was something brown on the plate.
Brownies. I'm sure you'll like them, Jack.
But we're not neighbors. I spat the words out.
Yes, we are. I'm right over there.
Anna showed me the door to the right of mine. The place had been empty for weeks. Pretty sure the guy who lived there before was a heroin addict. He didn't seem so bad now.
What an amazing coincidence, though. To think we'd end up living so close by again.
It's not a coincidence, is it?
Pardon?
Come on. I mean, really? What are you trying to do? It's obvious you planned this. There's no way. Can I have my heroin neighbor back? There's no way something like this could happen by accident. Anna laughed. It was the sound like a fork scraping my plate. Anna laughed. It was a sound like a fork scraping a plate. Everybody know what laugh is coming? Well,
I can't believe it's a coincidence. You can believe it's a coincidence, or you can believe it's not. Either way, we'll be seeing each other pretty often. Enjoy the brownies.
Thanks. I'm not a big fan of sweet stuff, but I'm sure Grace will love them.
Grace? Who is Grace?
My girlfriend. I pointed at our door with my thumb. We live together. My idea was that in case she was acting like this because she was interested in me, I'd gently tell her I was taken. This was a really bad plan, Jack. Whoa, that was brief.
Grace.
Yes.
She must be a nice girl.
Best I've ever known.
She's lucky to have you.
It's the other way around. Well, it's been nice chatting. I'll say hi to Grace for you.
I should go in and say hello myself.
No need. And she's not here right now.
But
Bye. I pretended to unlock the door. It was already unlocked because Grace was home. I slipped in and shut the door in Anna's face. In the apartment, found I could breathe freely again.
oh, Jack, she'll make a lovely corpse. I should go in and see the layout of the furniture. I mean, say hi.
Son of a bitch. Talk to this girl? Be friends with her? Not a chance. She creeped the hell out of me. Writing all this down, I can see why Grace thought I was overreacting. The plain facts of it don't seem that bad at all. A friend I hadn't seen in years noticed me at my workplace, talked with me a bit, and then just happened to move in right next to me. But I knew right from the start. There was something off about her. That's not something to ignore. Paranoid? Yeah. But in this case, I was right to be paranoid. It's because I let my guard down that all that shit happened. Still no word from the doctor about when I'll be able to get out of here.
You're hired.
Oh, wait. Oh. Oh, dear. Nick. Yeah, no. He ain't going nowhere. Still no word from the doctor about when I'll be able to get out of here. In fact, I haven't seen him in days. I hope he's just busy. What if something happened to him? That's the paranoia talking again. No, it's not paranoia. That's plain stupid, and I can't make a doctor disappear and get away with it. But I've got to say, if this doctor did disappear, it wouldn't be much of a loss to the hospital, I think. I'll have to ask him to give me some neck exercises I can do. My neck hurts from craning my head to the side all the time to look at the sky. Well, at least the weather's bad now. I'm not looking there as much. It's weird how little neck pain is causing me trouble with how broken and battered the rest of me is. No, probably shouldn't mention my neck to him. They might up my dosage, and what'll I do then with my brain turned to mush? Maybe then I'd be happy. In any case, I have things to do, and I need a clear mind to do them. I hope what I'm writing makes sense. Oh, Thea! I hope I haven't gone down the rabbit hole already, and all I'm doing is scrawling line after line of meaningless chicken scratch. But that'd be pretty funny, I guess. In a pretty unfunny way. August 12th. Anna's brownies were tasty. I didn't have any, but Grace said so. I wanted to throw the brownies into the trash, but Grace caught wind of them too quickly. She's like a bloodhound when it comes to the sweet stuff, chocolate especially. And then, of course, I had to explain where I got them.
Huh. Weird.
I know, right? There's no way it's a coincidence.
Yeah, it must be a sign.
A sign of what? That she's stalking me? You know, it is weird that she was stalking me, since she knew where I lived, but that she didn't know about Grace. I mean, she couldn't have known, with how surprised she was. He thinks he's writing memoirs, but he's really just writing shit on the walls, yeah. Quills, boy, that's old school. I don't think she was acting. Was it just a coincidence then? No. Absolutely not. That I refuse to accept.
I think I'll go say hi. I could make something for her too. Do we have any butter left? I want to bake her cookies.
Yeah. And then you'll eat most on your own.
Hey!
I don't see the point of going to visit her, though. We'll see more than enough of her anyway. We live so close by. Yes, I never finished it. I started it, and just, I never could manage to get very far. Of course, at the time, I was, yeah, I was different. But yes, that is definitely something that we need to sit down to start to finish. Absolutely.
We're neighbors. I want us to get started on the right foot.
I was, at one point.
Cookies! And maybe she and I could be friends. I think that'd be nice.
Wrap my arms around her. Of course, you deserve that. But please, find a friend that's not her.
Why?
Once again, I couldn't properly explain why.
Oh, it tastes like orange.
Couldn't put it down as anything more than a hunch. A gut feeling I'd get whenever I was near her.
But they're chocolate chips. That tastes like orange. I've got to go and see her for myself. To see if she's really such a horrible person.
Trust me, you're better off without it. Oh no. The bad thing happens. Oh, that's just rich. For those of you who aren't previously aware, I've got my own dark past. But without saying too much, I became a very different person after August 13th, 1999. It changed me irreparably. And this is ludicrously just coincidental. I get amused by dates. Who else here gets amused by dates? Who just, for whatever reason, numbers fascinate the fuck out of them. Because, like, I glue myself to dates. Places in time, timelines. Like, if something occurs at a particular time, or more specifically on a particular day, it will remain in my head for the rest of my life. Like, little shit. Sometimes not so little. But yes. Okay. So, Sinner, you and me. Like minds. Okay? Yeah. So, as this visual novel has continued counting down, I have been just watching and waiting to see if the big bad thing, the horrible thing, happens on August 13th. And I am amused at the working theory at this point that it does. The next day, in the afternoon, I was laying down on our sofa. I was nursing a headache that had been with me since morning. Grace told me she'd be right back. She went out of the apartment with something in her hands, and then the smell of freshly baked cookies wafted out of the kitchen. It still took me about 2 minutes to piece the puzzle together. Oh, shit, I whispered. I was immediately up. Not good. Not good. Panic struck me harder than I would expect. It was like, with Grace, seeing Anna all by herself, some vulnerable part of me was exposed. I wanted to bring Grace back and lock the door and keep her safe and never, ever let her out of my sight! But I also didn't want to go in there. I just stood there, head in my hands, wondering what the hell to do. All at once I was telling myself to go there. You coward, you also can't stay All at once I was telling myself to go there. You coward, but also to stay here, you idiot. And somewhere far away, a tiny little voice, a very tiny, very little, was telling me I was overreacting. Then, there came the sound of glass breaking. It had come from, where else? Anna's apartment. I went to the wall that separated our apartments. Now, there was no sound at all, nothing to explain the crash. I finally overcame my cowardice, dashed out from our apartment to hers. When I got there, I saw broken glass and blood and Grace kneeling down, and Anna stood above her, and they were both smiling. They stopped when they noticed me there, out of breath and confused.
Jack?
Hi, Jack. Did you decide to join us? No. What the hell is going on?
Oh, this?
Anna waved her hand at the floor, all the bits of glass, wine, Hannah waved her hand at the floor, had all the bits of glass, white ceramic actually. There were also scattered cookies and drops of blood. Yes, that! Just looking at the blood made me feel sick, like I was going to throw up, but I couldn't peel my eyes away from it. I've always been like that around blood. Never had the stomach for it. Used to be the same for me. Grace was picking up the broken pieces of ceramic.
Oh, there was a little accident.
An accident?
Well, yes. What else?
Grace, what happened?
It was my fault, really. The cookies were hotter than I thought, so I dropped the whole plate. And it was Anna's plate, too.
Be careful, Grace. You might cut yourself. She's cut herself already, look!
Oh?
She only now seemed to notice the blood around her. Every yandere I've ever met has had some sort of a affinity, interest, what have you, regarding blood and or wounds. And that's not to say that it does apply to all of them, but it applies to me.
But I...
Grace checked her hands, turned them around a few times to see from every angle. Found no cuts there.
It's not me.
That's my blood. What? Anna was, I just noticed, holding her left hand tightly with her right. There was a little blood still trickling from between her knuckles.
Oh, no.
Grace's hands hovered around Anna's. She looked willing to help, but afraid she'd do something wrong.
How did this happen?
I tried to pick up some of the pieces. They're pretty sharp, aren't they?
Hang on, Anna.
I'm fine. I don't need you to do anything. The way Anna said that, too forceful, almost harsh. Grace backed away.
I can still help.
She remembered I was there.
Jack, go get some gauze.
We have gauze?
Oh, Useless.
Frustrated, well, more frustrated than I'd ever seen her before, Grace ran off to get the gauze herself. She left me there in the belly of the beast. I tried being polite. Shame about the cookies.
A real shame. I didn't get to eat a single one. Well, actually,
she picked one up with the free fingers of her left hand. Some of her blood got on the cookie. Before I could say anything, she ate it in one bite. Jesus.
That's not bad at all. They're still warm. Do you want one?
I'll pass. God. Make me sick.
That's not a very nice thing to say, Jack. If anyone else said it. But I'll forgive you.
She licked her lips. I should have left, but I was like a frog being stared down by a snake. I wonder what's taking Grace so long.
Oh, she must be flustered, poor girl. So much worry about a teeny little cut.
It's not serious?
It's not.
How do you know?
I've seen a lot of cuts.
I can imagine.
I'm a nurse.
That I couldn't imagine. It's still hard to believe, though. I see proof of it every day. There's a lot of blood.
You don't believe me? Look.
Showed me her hand. Cut ran from the base of her thumb towards the middle of her hand. Wound was thin, but long, ragged. The skin around the wound was pale and moist, showing how fresh the cut was. I could have puked.
Oh, does it look bad? Don't worry, it won't even scar.
Stop that. You're really a... I don't remember what I was going to say. It wasn't nice in any case. What stopped me was Grace coming back.
Sorry. There wasn't any cause. Here.
She brought a roll of pink toilet paper.
I hope this is good enough. Oh, thank you, Grace. No, I don't need it. You don't? Oh, see? The blood stopped.
Hannah flashed me a smile. The corners of her mouth were still red. August 13th. Good day today. Didn't see Anna once, but enough of that. After what happened, where I left off yesterday, I was sure Grace and I were on the same page, but no. In the end, I was the one who cleaned up that bloody mess on the floor, threw away the cookies before Anna could get her hands on any more. Back in our apartment, Grace let out a long sigh. What a mess, am I right?
Yeah, and it was all my fault.
I meant Anna. You did just meet her, right?
Yes.
And...
Well, I can see why you've been avoiding her, if that's what you mean.
Thank you.
She's beautiful.
No.
I thought she would be some shy little girl or crazy cat lady or something. But she's like a model.
What? No!
Don't try to deny it, Jack. It's why you don't want to go near her, isn't it? You don't want to be tempted.
I shook my head. I really didn't see her that way. Now, with a little more perspective, I can say it's true. What a waste of good looks.
She's much more beautiful than me.
Hey, Don't say that. She's not.
She is.
Grace dropped her gaze to stare at her hands.
And she wasn't mad that I ruined her plate. She wasn't scared of the blood either. She's just so...
I took her hands in mine. They were cold. Grace,
Jack,
you're beautiful and kind. More beautiful and kind than any other girl in the whole world. I'm lucky as hell to have you. My cheeks burned. I must have looked like a tomato. I wasn't used to saying stuff like this. I meant it. So, don't say stuff like that. Okay?
no.
Grace blinked like she'd just woken up.
Oh. I've been saying a lot of dumb stuff, I guess. I'm sorry. I'm a real hassle, huh?
No, don't say that. And don't say you're sorry either. Done nothing to feel sorry for. She apologized way too often. Oh, skipping 2 days.
Psst. Here's a noose on the coffee table if you want to join me.
Epic. Oh. Ryan, my dude, you lied to me. I mean, yeah, we've been, there've been interruptions. And by the way, there's 3 endings, and I intend on getting all of them. Think. You know what, I tell you what, guys. Let's go ahead and call it here. I am going to save. But, thank you guys so much for joining me. I am really, really loving this visual novel. Like, gotta thank that fucker for guiding me to this. But thank you guys for watching. For the subs, thank you very much, Kaiju Senpai. And here's Ellie's streaming tip of the day. Never hurts to take good advice. And that's all I have for today. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and ring those bells. Bye-bye, everyone. I didn't write anything yesterday. The pain in my leg made it so I couldn't focus. It's been hurting like a bitch these past few days. I gave in and asked the doctor about it. He's fine, by the way. Didn't disappear or anything. Must have just taken a few days off. I asked him about the pain. I asked if he could do anything about it. Apparently, the pain is a good sign. I think that's what he said, so I guess my leg is healing all right. Hey, Bun Bun. What's up? But it still hurts. When the doctor went away, I complained out loud that it hurts. One of the other patients must have thought that I was talking to him. The patients here now are not the same guys I mentioned before. Maybe one is, but that's all. Center, nice. The others went away to another part of the hospital, home, the morgue. I don't know. I wasn't keeping track. So, I said something about how my leg hurt, and a guy on the bed next to mine, kid, actually, can't be more than 18 or 19, starts talking to me. I think he was saying how he's in a lot of pain, too. I couldn't understand most of it, though. His jaw's been wired shut. Fucking hell. Anything he tries to say turns to moans and a lot of drool. Oh, gross.
A bun! Ooh, nice. Nice.
Me too, Kaiju-senpai. Then a nurse came in, not Anna, and told him he shouldn't speak if he wants his mouth to get better. So he shut up.
Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and ring those bells. That's all I have for today. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye, everyone.